Hello, everyone, and welcome to Have Your Say Tete Show. This is Nirvi Saxena, the host for the show. We have today a very special guest. She is a very determined and hardworking person. She is a lawyer by profession and currently working as a linguistic trainer. Please welcome another member of our club, Vishu Mathur. Vishu, a very welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Survi. I feel honored to be on the show.
It is all our pleasure, Vishu, that you take out the time from busy schedule and joined us today. Vishu, to begin, please tell something about yourself.
Sure. I have been living in Jaipur since 15 to 16 years. I am a graduate from Rajasthan University from English Literature. Later in 2010, I have completed MBA from IIM Calcutta. It was a 1 year certification course. And in 2015, I got my degree of law. So I am a law graduate as well.
Oh, that's great. So, what motivated you to pursue law, LLB, after completing BA in English?
Well, that's pretty interesting question because I would say that I had no plans to pursue law, but motivation comes from resources and he is doing an exemplary job here. So, looking at his struggle and succeeding in it, it actually attracted me to try my luck in the legal field. That's how I got into it.
Okay. You also mentioned that you did your 1 year certification course from IIM Calcutta. How was the experience getting associated with such big brands?
Oh, the experience is much. Was really amazing. The first day was with the dean. So the dean took us to the entire session, how many days we will be staying there in the university, and what will be our schedule. So the experience was amazing because the pattern of teaching in this university is way different than whatever we have thought about or whatever we have learned, because they used to provide us the questionnaire, the quizzes, be it operations, be it HR, be it any other subject. And after solving those quizzes, they used to discuss every question with us so that we can apply that policy in our day to day life. And that's how they made the subjects very easy to understand. So I still remembered some basic concepts, and I yes apply that in my day to day life as well, apart from the career in the daily life.
That's great indeed. That we you get a lot of practical knowledge while getting associated with the IIM. So please tell something more about your career. When did you start working, and in which companies you did working before getting into this thing?
I started my career in 2006, and I just got an opportunity in one of the small institutes. So I just took it just to, get my pocket money out of it. But then my serious career started in 2007, and eventually I had a chance to work with brands like Genpact, Bosch, and now I'm working with Jamboree, which is again a big name in the education field. So the experience is different yet amazing because Genpact has its own glamour. It offers you a different world, and you get to know and learn more about different jobs as well as your personality as well. And Bosch has technical background. They make VI pumps. So I got to see that how these machineries work, how they make these small pumps and valves, and how they fit into the machines. And then Jamboree gave me another exposure because I now get to interact with every type of a student, I would say. So some of them are very, very learned, and some of them are still raw. So, there's a different world altogether in the education field. So I'm experiencing all.
Yes, definitely. And this makes me ask you another question that working in big corporates like Bosch and Genpact is a total different experience. Then what motivated you to try hand in this education sector?
Oh, well, education field, I never thought that I would become a teacher or a trainer. Though I was a trainer in Genpact, we used to give process training to the new joinees, but that was very, very different because that was, I mean, the person is there to job and to earn. But here it is something else. I was looking for a change, and one of my known called me, and he told me that there is a vacancy here for a trainer, for IELTS and TOEFL trainer. I thought that, well, I don't have much idea about it, but let's not, why not try? I mean, why not go for the interview? At least I'll have the experience. So I went there and I cleared the interview and I got the job.
Okay, that's great. And for how long you're working in this education sector?
Well, it's now 2.5 years.
Okay, so what is the mentality of the students specifically in this current COVID situation?
Oh, the mentality is 50-50 because they are still petrified because of the situation. A lot of countries have still not opened their gates for other countries for education and for job, for migration as well. And still I can see that there are a lot of the students who are preparing for their upcoming exams, yet the dates are not finalized for them. And I know a lot of the students who are preparing their applications to be submitted in the colleges and in the universities. So the zeal is still there in the students, and yet they are a little bit scared that when and how they will get into these colleges.
Well, definitely, and I must say that educators and trainers like you are there to motivate them, and the youth will definitely get a right path of what to do and how to do the things. There is a very change in the skills, no, when we are working in a corporate environment and when we are giving the training, there is a change of perspective. So, did you had any challenges while coming into this field?
Initially, yes, because you have to mold yourself according to the client's need. Why I have named the word client? Because even if you are an educator, even if you are a BPO employee or a legal counselor, you are still a service provider, right? The person is coming to you seeking some solution. And if you are able to understand the pain and give the person that relief, you are the best service provider for that person. So I understood this need, and I have tried and learned about the area, about the system, and that's how I molded into different kind of areas, different kind of sectors.
Well, very rightly said, because we need to understand the perspective and then everything turns out to be very easy. So, Visha, this is a very dynamic career. I must say, you have tried in every field and succeeded as well. Now, the question arises that what are your hobbies and how you rejuvenate yourself from this busy schedule?
My hobbies are totally different from whatever I do. Um, I am a dancer. I mean, I love to dance, though I'm not a professional dancer, but I am a crazy dancer. I'm a foodie. I can travel to different places to try new dishes if I get to know that there's this restaurant which is popular and this serves the best dish. Um, Early times I have painted a lot, so I know and I love to paint as well. Though I don't get much time now, but then yes, I will try and do that sometime again. Um, I really want to try some adventurous sports. This Corona situation, this pandemic has actually stopped and become an obstruction. But then yes, definitely I'm trying for 2021 or probably 2022. And secondly, I want to learn a musical instrument. You know, that will enhance my personality a little bit more.
That's really nice to hear that you're such a creative person. So how creativity helps you in your life?
I think creativity is very much needed. See, if you want to streamline something, let's say you are planning your schedule, you are planning your day to-do list. And if you will just color that to-do list with different markers, let's say pink, yellow, green, you put in just creativity in that, you actually blossom your day, right? So creativity is the base of every plan you make for the future. If you don't have creativity, that means you are leading a monotonous life. So if you want to get out of that monotonous life, you should have any hobby or an escape, I would say. If you don't know how to dance, you just close the door, you play a peppy number and dance like crazy barati, I would say. You will be relieved and you will be, pepped up to get into your work again.
Okay, that's a brilliant idea. I must say that you have given to the viewers that how to pursue the creativity and bring color in their life. So you shared that you're a foodie person, and for food you can travel anywhere. Is there any kind of memories you would like to share?
um Yes, when we moved to Jaipur, I have heard a lot about Jaipur from my parents and my relatives. So I got to know that there's this thing called namkeen, a particular namkeen which is only sold in the area of Amer, Amer Fort. So I talked to my friends, and that time I did not have this vehicle. So we got into this bus and we traveled for more than 1 hour just to buy a packet of that namkeen.
Also, you got to do the adventure as well, and you get to know about the food as well. So you combine both your hobbies together.
You can say that was a sweaty ride, I would say, but yeah, adventurous.
Okay, okay. So, Vishu, what is the philosophy of your life?
Oh, that's a difficult one. But looking at the current situation, I would say that we should keep up the momentum, because coronavirus, this pandemic has depressed people very much. And because of this depression, they have halted their plannings, they have halted their future financial plannings or everything, I would say. So they're just trying and struggling with whatever they have in their hands. So I would say just keep up the momentum, keep everything aligned for future. Probably not this year, but next year everything will be in place and we'll be able to do everything.
That's great. This kind of philosophy only a teacher can give with such much of positivity. Vishu, it was great talking to you. We came to know so much about you, from your dynamic career to about your choices, hobby. Indeed, definitely, none of us were knowing that you're such a creative person. Vishu, before going, any message to our viewers?
Oh, definitely. I would like to thank each and every one of you for the encouragement and secondly, the message I would give is always try and upgrade yourself, be it about the skills, be it about knowing new people, be it about making new friends, or go to new place or knowing new culture. Because if you will upgrade yourself, you will meet a new you, a new personality, and that will always give you a betterment, a good insight, or help you in growing in future. So upgrade yourself in any way you can find.
Wow, such a lovely message. And indeed, that's the truth as well, that in this current situation, this is a change and change is constant. And so we do need to keep ourselves updated and also keep the momentum, just keep hope alive, be positive thinking so that you can, live a happy and positive life. This is what our message from our lovely guest today. Vishu, it was such lovely talking to you, and we need to keep on talking, but the time constraint is there. I once again thank you for taking out the time and joining us today.
Thank you so much, Surbi. I must say that you are doing a commendable job You make every guest so comfortable, so that it doesn't seem that we are being interviewed. It's just like a normal conversation we are having with you. So a big applause for you as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the compliment. And also, viewers, thank you for joining us today once again on Thursday. And next Thursday, once again, we will be back same at 8:30 p.m. with another lovely guest. Till then, stay safe, stay at home, take care. This is Survi Saxena signing off. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.